Hi guys out there, hope you're all doing well. As you can see, I'm in slightly a different location for now. That's due to the fact I'm going to a wedding tomorrow, but I thought I'd take a bit of time out and finally do a TV series review. This is something I've been wanting to do for a while, and for some bizarre reason I've just kept putting it off and putting it off, but here we go. This is totally unscripted. I'm not going to do much editing on this because it's going to take too much time. So I'm just going to wing it. So if there is long pauses in this, I do apologise. And as you can probably tell from the title, this is a review of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer series. This has to be it is my favourite TV show of all time. I just love the characters, I love the storylines they went into, and the world it takes you in, and the dilemmas it deals with as Buffy goes on this journey for about 7 years. 8 if you count the motion comic, I think. And, as I was saying, I think this is, brilliantly acted. It's nice the way how they play it, because Joss Whedon, when he first started this, he did say he wanted it to be about this blonde girl who would actually start fighting instead of run away into a corner and eventually being killed. And on that concept, this sadly it started with a very bad movie, but then it resurrected itself with the TV series and came to be all the characters we know and love from the show, which some of them of course crossed into the spin-off an Angel, but that's a review for another time. And at the end of the day, people keep asking me, why do I love this series so much? If I'm honest, it's just the way how it's all done, and the way the scripts are done. It's so brilliantly written, and it's fantastically paced as well. Every episode feels more like a movie than it does just your normal standard 45-minute TV episode. And some of the stuff it goes into, I can go into spoiler territory here, considering it's been out for a long while. So if you haven't seen this show at all, press stop here and come back to it later. If you do fancy checking out the series, you have Angel going through his story arc for the first 3 years, and of course before he leaves to start his own spin-off show when Buffy season 4 started, when she starts going to college. You had, of course, Buffy losing her mom, which was a big turning point in the show. And I think that the episode that it showed, called The Body, was one of the best, but it's one of the most haunting as well, because there's no music whatsoever throughout it. This is probably going to end up being my longest review, so I do apologise, but it just shows how much I love this show. And of course, it's nice to see Anthony Head, who plays Rupert Giles, be a father figure to Buffy and not just your standard cold watcher, which is what a lot of them have to be. And, I will admit, it did start going off on a tangent a little when Series 6 hit. You had all these different plot devices coming in, and then it seems to sort itself out by the time it gets to its final season in Series 7, where the big evil, the First, comes into it and really builds and finishes off what all the other big bads in the previous years have been building upon. And it's nice to see in that series, so many cameos and things like that from all the people from previous years. And it's nice to see Spike go through such a, very well built storyline. I mean, considering that Angel took 3 years in Buffy to build up his own following. I know Spike had been in it before and he was a liked character, but for me what won me over to his character is when he got his soul back in season 7 and he was starting to, really try and be part of the Scooby family, as they call it. And, it's nice to still watch it now, I will admit. It's one of those shows that still holds up. So, as a final rating, I know I said I was going to talk about the motion comic, but to be fair, I can't really include that because I've decided to just talk about the main series itself. So, as a final verdict on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, there's nothing else to give it but a full 10 out of 10. and I shall see you on the next one. And feel free to comment below and tell me what your favourite Buffy the Vampire Slayer episode is, or your favourite season. And I shall see you on the next one. Be sure to like, favourite and subscribe, and take care.